Hey pep friends, here we're going to make some rice coconut peas. Here I'm going to talk about the ingredients. Here we have some red onions, green onions, red peppers, red cubanelle peppers, and some yellow peppers. And I have some sofrito here. We have, of course, the star of the show, coconut milk. Oh yeah. Regular water, salt and pepper, smoked neck bones. This is going to add another dimension of flavor to this dish. Now, I usually do not throw out stems. When I'm making my seasoned rices, I use the stems of the pepper. I clean them all out, take out all the seeds and set them aside. For this particular rice, we're going to take our neck bones, add maybe a quarter cup of water and let them sweat for a little bit before me starting to build up the seasonings for this rice. And after my neck bones are kind of sauteed and, kind of sweating everything out, I'm going to add a tablespoon of oil just to let them cook because I'm going to add my peas as well in just a few minutes. So between 5 to 10 minutes, and then you add your peas. As you can see, the peas have residual coconut milk because for this brand, which I don't really like, but that's what I found at the moment, I got the ones that have the coconut milk and the peas all together. I strain it and set the coconut milk aside, and then I start cooking my peas with the neck bones. Once they start sauteing, I kind of move them around and kind of like smash them a little bit once they start cooking. Here I added my sofrito to have the sofrito and the neck bones and the peas to start cooking together, so that way the peas can start, getting infused by all these flavors that I'm trying to get together before I add my other ingredients. This particular part of the process is going to take another 10 to 12 minutes, not too long. Before you start adding the next things. But in the meantime, I kind of smash some of the peas just so my rice isn't like too filled with peas, I guess. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Now, once it's getting kind of dry, as you can see here, you want to start adding your other ingredients. Here I have my own brand of Hefzibah Blends Versatile seasoning, which you can put in anything, which is coming out soon. Then I have my turmeric. You want to do here your salt and pepper. You can do chicken bouillon, you can do sazon if you like, you can do adobo. It all depends on what you personally like. But I did my turmeric, my Hefzibah Blends Versatile blend, and then I did salt and pepper. Here I add all of my aromatics, which is my yellow stem, green, red peppers, red onions, green onions, and just add all that in there. And of course, my cilantro, which is the star of the show. You don't really have to do all this if you don't want to, but I'm telling you, it definitely gives the dish a completely different type of dimension as far as flavor. And I'm all about flavor. Now, we're going to add our coconut milk and then roughly about 5 cups of water. This is a very big quantity of rice that I made, so I'm not really going to get into the type of measurements. If you have at home 2 to 4 people, you want to do like 1 cup or 2 cups of coconut milk versus 1 cup of water and like maybe 2.5 cups of rice. But this amount that I made was for a catering event, so it was a lot of rice, so I'm not even going to go there. So I add my water. I want to move everything around so everything can come together. Please do not forget to taste your water. If it needs more salt, add more salt. If it needs more sofrito, add more sofrito. And that's how I usually kind of like do my thing. Tasting is key in order for everything to come together. Once your water is boiling, as you can see here, I'm going to start, as you can see, my veggies are kind of semi-cooked, and I'm going to take them all out. Why? Because it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing after the rice is done. I'm going to add in my rice and just start cooking everything and moving everything around and let the water completely dry out. Not until the bottom part of the rice is burned, but just until the rice gets fluffy. If you can see how the starch of the rice is kind of fluffing up the grain, you're going to cover that. You're going to let that cook for 40 minutes roughly, so it can be al dente. And as you can see, look at this rice. It is amazing. The flavor. The neck bones, you don't need to have it if you don't want to. You can set them aside or eat them later. But that's one of my favorite things. But I mean, look at this rice. This rice looks amazing. Now, please don't forget, guys, to like, subscribe, and add me. Here, I served it in a nice fancy coconut. And just for, for aesthetics. And don't forget to follow me here and on my Instagram, Chef Fabu. I love you guys. Blessings. Bye.